Yes, I do. I think it's one way where you can get all the government agencies together and work as one rather than having to go through numerous agencies and getting permits from this one and another one from this one. It's an effective way to get a project done, and it's an effective way to get everybody to agree to one idea to move forward. If you don't do something like that, you just spin your wheels. You know, we all grew up in Tillamook. We all have always heard the only way to solve this problem is through dredging. Well, dredging would solve the problem, but it's a new day and age, and we can't do it. So we have to go with the next best solution. And to me, this is probably the next best solution. The county budgeting. For me, what we need to do in the community and the county as a whole is to come up with a long-range plan for where we want this county to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and then design our budget and make our budget work towards those goals. Without a roadmap to get someplace, you don't know where you're going or how you're going to get there. Now, our budget process, if we sat down and we said, okay, for the next 5 years or in 10 years we want new roads, then we would have to sit down and start with the budget process and eliminate other areas and put the money into the roads department. I'm a firm believer that you have to have a goal, you have to set that goal, and you have to drive towards the goal when you budget. Budgets, it's a work and it's a plan, and we just need to focus on that. There would be some conflicts with some of the other departments because you're going to have to make cuts in one area to improve the other area, but you have to make those hard decisions. Areas that have potential for cuts, and I know that we have the second largest health department, county health department in the state. Do we need the second largest health department in the state? I don't know. I'm on the outside throwing rocks and lobbing hand grenades, and I know once you get on the other side, you'll see the other issues. We do need to have a basic health coverage for everybody in the community, but we're second to Multnomah County in size, is what I've been told, and I assume it's factual. Budgeting has always been my strong point. I can go through a budget and I can go through the county audit reports and I can tell you what's going on and actually understand what's going on in them. That's what I've done for a living. So I guess my concept for overall budgeting is to set a goal and have the community work towards where we want to be in 5 years. We need that goal. We need that direction to move ourselves forward. At times it feels like we're going from one crisis to another in the county. We need to be ahead of the crisis. I think maybe I would like to add a couple of other items that are precious to me. And in this community, as I would be budgeting, I would be looking a lot towards livability for the community. We have a lot of good parks that keep needing upgraded. We have a great library system. We need to focus on the livability in our community a little more than we have in the past. On the port board, I've been working very hard to get rails and trails to Tillamook. I think that would enhance livability in Tillamook immensely. We have met with the state governor's office and met with Bicycle Oregon on that project. We hope to have a study done within the next couple of years on the feasibility of running a bike trail from Banks all the way to Tillamook. That in itself would be just a tremendous tourist attraction for our area. In addition, the state is working to attach the Banks Trail all the way to Portland, so people in Portland could hop on a bike and theoretically ride all the way to Tillamook without having to cross too many roads, and it would get the bike traffic off the roads. To me, livability, the parks, the things for our children, those are where we need to be focused. Some of the things I'd kind of like to visit about here as I wind up the interview would be the things that we've accomplished in this county, the good things we've done in this county. Being on the YMCA board, we built the new gymnasium and indoor running track in '86 when I was on the board. Being on the Pioneer Museum, we've put the new $250,000 roof on that building to preserve our collections. We have started the interpretive trail. The museum board has spent over $100,000 on the interpretive trail in Bay City. And anybody that gets a chance should go out and look at that off Warren Street. On the port board, which I'm serving, we've put in 3 new warehouses, 18,000 square foot warehouses. They will be finished in a couple of months. We have remodeled the old administration building and put in new flooring in there, and it is a gorgeous building now. It's a lot like it was for the officers when they were there in the 1940s. We've let a contract now for a new digester for converting manure into electricity. We hope to be selling 1.2 megawatts of power to PUD. The digester in itself is going to be probably a bigger service to the smaller farms in the community as they go into their manure management plans of what to do with the manure. They need a place to put it. DEQ is going to be making more and more regulations, and this is a facility that will be able to handle that and turn a profit. We are working with Nearspace. We're going to start construction on a new factory for Nearspace at the port. It's going to be a 300-foot long facility. It is going to be the first spaceport in the United States, balloon spaceport. If you go on to look in Popular Science, there's even an article on that for Nearspace. The airport itself is being refurnished. We're going to overlay the runways. We're putting in a new FBO, fixed-based operators building for a 3,500 square foot building. There are just so many good things happening in this community right now, and it's just, for me, it's been a real joy and pleasure to be part of those things that are happening. I serve on a lot of committees, and I'm not going to take credit for what goes on, but when I serve on a committee, good things happen, and I would like to serve as your county commissioner and try to make good things happen for Tillamook on a larger scale. Then I'm just pleased to be able to run for SK Commissioner.